True. Yeah.
Hopefully we get good background music. Oh, I didn't think about licensing.
Yeah. Like we care. Dude, we stepped outside the hotel earlier.
Yeah.
And we're just like standing there kind of listening to the music and stuff. And then you know how you're just moving to the beat of the music and then you dial into the actual music? This guy's like, I want to F you so good.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, what? What about that guy that hangs outside your hotel and dances around?
Oh, that guy's classic. I guess he's not there tonight. He is always out there doing karaoke, man.
Yeah.
He's like the original karaoke master.
Yeah.
I really should go right up next to him one of these nights. Join his act.
Yeah, as I say, jump in,
When in Korea.
tag in.
Yeah.
Looking for the high five. Man.
My turn. Put down the cardboard. Oh, look at that ice cream. I'm sorry, but soft serve looks good.
Yeah. So we just, I guess I'll talk at your phone for a minute and be like, I just ate a shrimp mozzarella burger set.
Yeah.
And it
What
was
literally says.
it's like a big mozzarella stick.
Mozzarella shrimp burger.
Yep. It's like a filet o fish, but they're made with shrimp. They put some sort of yummy mayonnaise on them, and then below that was the circular mozzarella stick. It's like they just flattened it out like a hockey puck, breaded, deep fried.
Yep. Brought to you in part by the Lotteria.
Yeah,
Dude.
Lotteria.
Yeah, Lotteria. We should just read this stuff. Have you ever read this?
Oh, yeah.
Stuff on the
Yeah.
wall? I'm like,
Yeah.
what? Something about cowboys and redneck bikers.
Right there says,
Mountain men.
it
I don't
says,
know.
see from the nation
Yeah.
of night its gifts. To the world, the burger is might.
Yes. The burger is might.
Yeah. Okay.
Something about 5-lane freeways. This land. It's great.
I know. If any other Americans come in here, I think it'd be fun to like wave at them. And then when they come over, it'd be like, "You are from America, yes?" Just use. They're like, "Oh, sweet, some other Americans are here."
It's like those two guys from Family Guy. I want the bone. You're like, what are they, Canadian?
Yeah,
I
think
forget.
so.
Oh man. Oh, that's cool. He's got a Texas hat.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Hanging out, being social.
Oh my goodness.
Did it stop?
That's no, it shouldn't.
Oh, okay.
No, it'll still go.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. Does it bother you as badly as it bothers me when, oh my gosh, she's not even wearing ones that match?
What?
Sandals.
I know, yeah.
Sandals with socks.
Yeah, the socks match, but the slides don't. It's not how we do it in America. We wear silly socks, but the same shoes.
Yeah, I just socks
That's
and
cool.
sandals.
That's cool.
We could sit here and talk about pet peeves all day, and that for me is one.
What, you don't like the slides with socks?
No,
What are you supposed to do? Walk around barefoot in the cold?
barefoot.
In the cold? It's like 30.
I
And
wouldn't
raining.
wear sandals when it's cold and raining. Call me stupid.
I don't know, man. Don't you have some Birkenstocks? Yeah. I like some of them Birkenstock sandals.
Well, no.
You're supposed to wear those with
Those
socks,
are
aren't
dead
you?
now. Hell no. Oh my gosh. See that right there? That's just whatever.
Oh, okay.
All right. So see, we could totally talk about what we're missing: the Lantern Festival.
No, I don't want to talk about that. I'm not worried about the Lantern Festival. It's pretty far away. It's late in the evening now. I mean, it's like an hour. For me, it'd be a 3-hour total train ride today to pull that
That's
off,
just too
like
much.
round trip.
Yeah.
So it'd take me another hour and 10 to get down, and then an hour and a half to get back.
What the crap?
And also, what day is it? Friday?
It is.
It'd also be Friday
It is
evening.
Friday night.
Riding the subway into downtown Seoul while there's a Lantern Festival going on just generally seems like.
I've done that before, not for that purpose, but let me tell you, It is overcrowded. You will not be able to sit.
No, you won't.
And standing for an hour
Yep.
wears you the crap out.
Well, see, that's the bonus of getting on the station where I'm at, Soyo-san.
Yeah.
I can get on and the trains, the seats are 3/4 empty.
Then you can be a complete dick while all the women get on and not get up and give your seat up.
Yeah.
Because you're playing on your phone the whole time.
Yeah, you just
With
put in your
earbuds.
earbuds, yeah, and never look up to see who's hovering over you, wishing you weren't there.
Yep. What? Okay, they sell mozzarella sticks. Oh, there we go. Cheese sticks. They're called cheese sticks.
Yeah.
They're mozzarella sticks.
Yeah. Mozzarella cheese.
Okay, have you seen this one with the, it looks like a mozzarella stick, but it has actual mac and cheese in it?
Oh yeah, the macaroni and cheese sticks.
Have you had that?
I'm not even sure structurally how you would make those. How do you roll macaroni and cheese into a breaded stick?
I don't know.
Do you think maybe they're nuggets? Like it might be a marketing picture. Maybe they're just nuggets. You should order some.
Macaroni and cheese surrounded by nuggets?
That seems like a really good idea. One is 1,300. Two is 2,500.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
That's not a set deal?
No. It's
Just
only
say-
2,500.
See, I definitely don't want a squid ring.
No, pass. I've had them. They're not really that bad, but no, thank you.
Yeah, no, I'm not in the mood for that.
Nope.
All right, so you got natural cheese stick. I don't see. Is it only there on the side?
Yeah. What do you mean? Macaroni and cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah, macaroni and cheese on the inside. Mmm.
Well, okay, that's a problem then,
Why?
because it's not on the menu to be a pointy talkie. So how am I going to be like that one?
You point at the door. That thing. Macaroni and cheese.
Give me the door. Well, go ahead and leave. No, I want what's on the door.
Macaroni and cheese steak. You point at that. Then you point at tummy and hold out money.
They're going to turn around and say, "That's the only way out. This guy, he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
He's asking for the door, how to get out. He keeps pointing to it."
You uncultured. Respect everybody in the world.
All right. You know what?
Yeah, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I got to try that.
Okay. I'll throw in 1,000 won on it. I got 1,000 won on it. That's all I got.
Oh, yeah, that me too.
You got all them coins to burn, though.
I got Acorn, but
Why don't you burn all those coins?
man.
Did you not? What happened to your pile of coins?
They're in my pocket.
That's what I'm saying. That's what the coins are for. You want to get rid of them?
Well, I already donated half of them.
No, I thought you kept 4,500. You donated all the hundreds.
Oh my gosh. Get the Korean phone out. I'm burning the phone for all the drugs.
I'm not even hungry anymore, but all right.
Dude, I can't
I just ate 1,000 calories in a sandwich.
I can't keep looking at this and thinking to myself,
I wonder.
how is this achieved?
I know. I'm already, it's like I'm not doing the Lantern Festival. I might as well kill myself.
I need to experience this.
It's interesting set. There's a hash brown patty with French fries is the side.
Really?
Yeah.
You want tubers with your tuber? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The gentleman next to us got it.
Weird.
And I'm looking at hash browns with the French fry.
All right.
You gonna go get that?
I'm going to have a really hard time doing it. I can tell
Okay.
already. Maybe
Okay.
if I wait for the menu to cycle until the picture's there again.
You better hurry. You're like double Dutch, like, hold on. Not yet. Not yet. I'm not ready already yet. Now I'm ready. I guess while Jared's gone, I'll take this opportunity to talk about how great Batman is. Super intelligent. He's got Alfred there to help him out, like get him, I don't know, just maybe Alfred rubs butter on him so he can get in the suit. I don't know. Superman's, who's he got? Nobody. Jimmy Olsen? Maybe Jimmy helps him out, rubs butter all over him, get him in his Superman suit. I don't know. Lois Lane, Maybe no, Lois Lane doesn't help him out at all. Gives him something to save. I don't know what does Lois Lane do out there. Oh, God. I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired.
Oh, come on.
Did you get it?
Got it.
Come on.
Seriously, like I kept looking up. She gives me the menu down on the table. She flips it over, and I'm like, it's not on here. So I'm pointing up to the top, and I'm like, wait, no, why isn't it showing? So I literally tell her it's on the door, and she says, door? And she's like, oh,
portal.
yeah.
Like, I'm gonna try going through words.
It worked.
Oh man, I was whenever I left work today, I took a taxi back.
Yeah.
And a taxi driver, sometimes, if the taxi driver seems, pleasant enough,
Yeah.
Like they're receptive to conversation.
Yeah.
I'll talk about something.
Yep.
And he pulled up the, it was like music, and he's like, oh yeah. So he pulled up, his tablet and started scrolling through stuff. And I went. I saw him scrolling through American music.
Okay.
Like on YouTube, like he had a playlist.
Oh.
And I went, no, Korean music. And he went, no. And he tapped one of the links, and up comes
Rihanna.
Nicki Minaj.
Right. Yeah.
Nicki Minaj, and it's the one where she had, I don't know the name of the song. I can't remember it now. But she had heavily sampled, basically remixed Baby's Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
And I went, Nicki Minaj? And he goes, yeah, this is sexy. I went, okay, man.
Oh,
so he
crap.
played that for me. And then I said, yeah, this is a remix. And he was like, he didn't, what? I don't understand, gave me the I don't understand, what remix is. I was like, remix, remade. I was like, hold on, new, pointed at the screen, new. And while I was doing all that, I pulled up Sir Mix-a-Lot on my phone. The Baby Got Back, because I got my Wi-Fi hotspot. I pulled up YouTube and hit play and showed him that. I'm like, oh, yeah, and showed him that. And he was like, wow. He's like, what is that? I was like, yeah, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Sir Mix-a-Lot. He's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like old school, man, old school.
Crap.
I say old school because, that's apparently my youth is now old school.
Sure. No, I had a similar experience, except my driver was slightly pervy.
Oh, yeah, I've had those.
There was a young lady walking across the street, and when I say young, she was probably old enough to be my daughter's age. And he's like, elbowing me, and he's like, pointing at her and stuff.
You're like,
and I'm
no,
like,
jail.
I'm like,
no, jail.
Yeah. I was kind of like,
make a frowny face behind the bars.
Yeah, I had like 2 seconds where I'm all, do I let this guy think I'm gay or
like, hold on, I'm gonna pull up an orange jumpsuit on my phone. No, the prison. No.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know how to play this off. And I'm like, nah, it's all right, Adashi, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
The taxi cab drivers, though, the stories. So, like, I'm riding with a guy. His hotel is across the street, and he's like, hey, if you just want to drop me off on this side, and then I'll cross the street, no problem. For those that don't know crossing the streets here, how would you describe it?
Well, depending on where you are, it's very much taking your life in your own hands.
Well, he gets dropped off at a place where they have those barrier type things, so you can't get on the sidewalk. And the crosswalk was right in front of us. Like, he dropped him off in the middle of the street.
There you go.
It was right across from the hotel.
Why not? Anyway, back to Batman and how great he is, because they're left again. Batman is so cool. He's got all the toys. Superman got nothing. Oh, here they come.
Oh boy.
Whatever those are. Well, they smell like hot grease. You know what? I'm curious how
Look how tiny
they're not,
it is.
I know, but they're not ruptured at all. Like
No.
there's no in America. I'd order mozzarella stick and I would basically get
You'd see
a
something-
cheese-lined bread tube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most of the cheese cooks out.
What's sad is I don't have anything left to drink.
Those they may be hot as hell.
It is.
Yes, it is.
You gotta
That is
hand it.
going to be very
You gotta
hot.
hand it to them. They always get it out to you fresh.
I don't know, man. That was like an American-style sandwich for me. I mean, it was warm, but it wasn't hot. It certainly wasn't fresh. Like, ooh, I almost
really?
burned my mouth.
Man, that stuff over in the Yakimandu place.
Well, yeah, they cooked that
Good
up.
gosh.
Oh, man. Those are some of the best mandu.
On the spot. Did your people ever make it over here? Or did they just talk about coming over to get that mandu?
No, they didn't make it.
They didn't make it?
No, they didn't make it.
Some people just don't live. See, I took my people. And by our people, my people, talking about people on our team.
Yeah, yeah. Our
I
coworkers.
took my dudes over there today, and they were wowed by the soup, by that crazy
Yeah,
It's
it burned
like
my lips,
seaweed,
but like, yeah, it's like a seaweed
garlic
type soup.
and onion type soup.
Yeah, but
Well-
somehow they boiled ghost peppers in.
Yeah. It's got some spice to it. Well, along comes somebody. They say something funny. I try not to laugh. That soup went up my nose.
Oh no! Oh no! And then,
Oh, man.
And then you turned into like that Nazi that was looking at the Ark in Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark, and like just face melts off.
I was just like, I can't feel my nose.
Yep,
Oh, it was bad. All right, I'm gonna burn myself because I have ice cubes.
I know.
Here I go.
Cause you have ice cubes.
I got ice cubes. Oh, that's it.
I'm gonna stand back and watch, see how hot that is. Is it ridiculously hot? Cause mine just smells hot. You know, it's got like it's distorting light around mine from the heat waves.
They put potato in it.
Oh, like hash brown.
That's how it keeps it together.
Uh-huh. Okay.
If you showed up to a Thanksgiving party
Yeah.
with these guys,
Yeah.
you'd be laughed off the table.
Yeah. But
There is a but.
if you brought them to say your Sunday night football group,
Or a pot smokers party.
all right.
I think the masses would rejoice. No, I can think, fans of macaroni and cheese would probably go for this.
I think Mel.
Probably.
Yeah,
I
probably.
can see that. Wow.
That's interesting.
It's interesting because the cheese is different.
Yeah. I wonder if that's the same cheese they put in the ice cream here.
I'm not sure why it's different.
I don't know.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
That falls under the realm of don't knock it till you tried it.
Yep. I've tried it.
You know what it needs? Bacon bits.
Yeah, bacon bits. That'd mask the mediocrity.
Yeah. Or maybe they just wrap it in bacon. I don't know.
Yeah. That's what I do at work. Like anytime I hand over something I'm not real proud of at work, like product-wise, I'm like, this DVD sucks. I wrap it in bacon. And then suddenly, everybody's like, this is really good, Dave. Their work is always outstanding.
Another fine job.
Outstandingly smoky. Yep. Getting louder in here. I'm gonna hunker down. next to the phone. And then later, people will be like, are they going to kiss? Like, why are the two Americans getting so close?
What are you talking about? These guys eat out of a single bowl with 2 spoons.
Yeah, that's a little much. That's a little communal. A little too communal for me. I don't think I'd share a spoon. I have a hard time sharing things like at home. You know what I mean? Like my wife and kids. It took me forever to get to the point where I can drink after, like my wife with a straw, which is really interesting. I mean, I kiss my wife and I don't have a problem, but, suddenly she's like, you want to drink my drink? And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I don't know. But I have to go, yeah, because, it's not actually a big deal. But if it's something like a spoon that's like ice cream, you know what I mean? They're like, hey, you want to try bottom of my... No, I do not. I still can't do that. Still can't use a utensil that's been in the mouth.
Oh, so chopsticks?
Chopsticks?
Yeah, you wouldn't do chopsticks?
No. Which makes it super hard for me too, because people are like, "Oh, try this food that I got here in Korea because it's really delicious." And I'm looking at it like, I really want to try that, but they've been putting the chopsticks in their mouth and then back in the food and stirring it around. And so I'm like, "No, I'm good, thanks." Because in my mind, every time somebody's like, "You want to try this?" all I see is mouth chopstick stir. I'm like, "No." Like I do want to, but I can't bring myself to.
I'll tell you what mildly not annoys me but concerns me is how the straws are not individually wrapped. Because I never see these people wash their hands. And they just fumbled around for straws. So yet again, one more reason why I don't believe in straws.
Wait, when do you see anyone wash their hands, really?
She's licking this.
When do you see anyone wash their hands? In the bathroom.
Well, remember that time in the bathroom?
Everywhere, worldwide, man. They don't have sinks when you walk in the door anywhere.
No.
Maybe they should.
But here, the amount of time people spend looking at their phones is disturbing.
I don't know,
to the point where you're standing at the urinal and a kid walks up, never taking his eyes off his phone.
Pees on you, and then leaves.
I was waiting for that phone to just flick over toward me. I'm like, nope. Got the hand ready for the slap.
No. Yep.
No, that little kid was just licking the little vibrating thing that you get when your order's ready.
Yeah.
She wanted to clean it, so she licked it, and then she rubbed it on her coat.
Well, yeah, now it's cleaner.
And she's healthier for it.
Yeah. And she has all the straws.
Yeah.
Be like, yay, you win the straw game. She has 4 straws, everyone else has 1. That's how you win.
Man, it's hard to tell who's a kid and who's a grown up here.
How so?
We're so short.
That's short.
Okay. Pop quiz. Girl in the orange jacket.
No, it's a kid.
Oh, once she turned around, sure.
That goes for anybody.
I'm telling you, I saw that homunculus yesterday.
Oh, yeah, where?
Right here. Right here where
How big?
you go across the street. She was shorter than said girl in the orange coat.
Okay.
She was short. And I was like, is that a kid? Oh, no. She turned around. She was like probably in her 50s.
Okay.
I'm like,
Yeah, there's short people everywhere.
look at you. You're so tiny.
There's short people everywhere. Well, we watched. We could talk about Thor too, because we watched Thor while we were here.
Yeah.
I liked it.
You don't want to save that for the actual cast?
What cast?
An actual review cast?
I don't know. Do you have that much to talk about? Just make
For
30
Thor?
minutes. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Probably. I mean, I saw it 3 times. I mean, it took me until the 3rd time to recognize all the people that were in it.
I saw it like one and a half times Really.
You're not counting that first time?
Yeah, that first viewing was like, when was that? The day? Was that the day that I landed? Or was that the day after I landed?
The day after you landed, because you still hadn't synced.
Oh, right, because
it was
the day after I landed because it was the first day here. I landed in Incheon, we stayed in Incheon one night.
Yep.
And then came here, and I dropped my bags off and went to the... Yeah, I'd been up since 3, I think.
Easily.
3 a.m.? I think
Yeah.
I'd been up since 3 a.m.
Yep. Then you got your butt in a nice, comfortable chair in the dark. And I expected you to laugh your ass off.
And I went... like, 6 or 7 times.
Oh, yeah.
And then afterwards, I was like, I know that movie was funnier than I just thought it was. I'm sure. And I'm going to have to go back whenever I'm conscious, or,
Which was
lucid,
your second
maybe
time,
lucid,
right?
I don't know.
Which was your second time.
Yeah, so I'm back the second time. And still enjoyed it even more.
Yep. No, I did. Definitely had a different feel to it. Blame it all on the director. Because
Because
it definitely had his vibe. It had his...
It was entirely his
stamp. What would you call that? His stench was all over that film.
Yeah, his musk.
Yes.
It had Taika Waititi musk all over it.
Which was lovely. It really did it some good. I mean, it was like a shot in the arm that it needed, because that character even... I mean...
Cord?
Other
rock guy?
No. I'm talking Thor.
Oh,
As a character. It seemed like he'd been getting darker and darker and more serious, and like the lead up to Ragnarok from Age of Ultron was like scenes that were cut out because they made no worldly sense to that particular story.
Yeah.
But it's like doom and gloom is coming, all your friends are gonna die, and it's just it kind of felt like that character was headed down a dark and heavy path. And then he shows up and he's like talking to a corpse at the beginning. So it's great. It was a really good departure from where the character was going.
Yeah, and I actually listened to free plug to the maybe 5 people who listen to our sort of YouTube channel / podcast type thing. But there's I listened to another one, or not regularly. I actually found a podcast called Good One, where they talk about comedy and jokes.
Yeah.
And they had gotten an interview with Taika.
Really?
And we're talking to him, and it was super interesting because, he was saying like a lot of what they did, like whenever he was done filming, Chris Hemsworth, told him, hey, like I would actually continue doing Thor movies like this, because this feels like a whole new character.
Yeah.
Like this feels nothing like the Thor that I'd been playing.
Nope.
And as far as like the dialogue and everything goes, we use shaky fries.
That's shaky fries, yes.
Yeah. Maybe there's some sort of
The
spice in the bag. Like
it's like shake and bake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's what she's doing.
Yeah. So, but like the whole, like they had, dialogue written, but they just improvised the majority of it on set, and he was comparing it to like in the first Thor movie with Natalie Portman, where, he said, you can tell that, writers wrote jokes like 6 months before they did any filming, and none of the actors were in there. They didn't really know who they were writing for, and you could tell because the jokes were like, hey, Thor orders a cup of coffee in the diner or whatever, and it's like, this is really good, and smashes it on the floor.
Right.
And you kind of chuckle, but you're like, okay, like you can tell that joke was written, it's just Thor throws cup on the floor.
Oh yeah, I mean,
and asks for another.
The tonality, I guess that's what I'm looking for. The tone of it was from Thor 1 to Thor Ragnarok is rehearsed and loosey-goosey. I mean, so practically night and day. Because, and I'm not saying there was anything wrong with the first Thor. Also love that director too. Makes me want to go see the Murder on the Orient Express movie. Because it was amazing what was done with those guys. But to see them go to a different place like they did in this movie, like all the characters, all of them, was just freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
And it really made it easier when they brought the new characters in, when they introduced them, like Valkyrie. When she shows up, she's drunk off her ass and she falls off her own ship and stuff, and her arm goes through a rotting corpse of a buffalo-looking thing.
Yeah, it was entirely unnecessary, but it was just one of those, like, it just keeps getting worse for her.
Yeah. It just set that character up automatically, but, you know, it wasn't like, oh, okay, so this is the slapstick comic character. Everybody was just like, well, what are we getting now? What are we getting with them? So by the time you get to the Master, the Grand Master or whatever his name is.
Yeah. The collector's brother.
Sure.
Yeah, they got the same, they're set up in the universe as brothers.
True. When you get to him, it's like, yeah, he's not that weird. He's not that crazy.
No.
He's just unhinged.
Yeah.
But you get that vibe from everybody. And then you mentioned Korg. Why'd you mention Korg? Was he your favorite?
He was my favorite, like, new character, you know, that was introduced, just because he was, in that interviews that I listened to with Taika, he was describing it as, you know, he said Korg, and the voice for Korg is actually like an in-joke between him and Chris Hemsworth, because in Australia, because Chris Hemsworth is from Australia, and, you know, Taika spent a good chunk of time there. And like they'd be walking around, and you would see, like, they called them bouncers, but they were like just these huge muscle guys, you know, that were the largest, you know, men you think you'd ever seen. Arnold Schwarzenegger walking around, but then whenever you said hello to them, they're like, "Oh, hello, mate." You know, and he was like, every single one of them I ever talked to just had like the highest, softest voice. It's like they look like big monsters, but they're like little teddy bears. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna smash your face in, mate. You know, and that was, you know, like, I think in the interview that I was listening to, that's what he was talking about, or, you know, what he said. I'm sorry, I'm gonna smash your face in. But
that's great.
You know, and so it was like, he said, like, that whole voice is actually just an in-joke between him and Chris Hemsworth. They were laughing the whole time on the set, as, you know, just, you know, see his Korg walking around.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, and I really loved all his delivery, because it's like, oh, I tried to stage a coup, but, you know.
I didn't print enough pamphlets.
Yeah. Only my mom and her boyfriend I don't like showed up. Yeah, it's really good. Shoot, I was trying to think what did you think about the Doctor showing?
Oh.
Does he kind of seem too overpowered now? Or just too comfortable with his powers? I don't know what it was. There was something about his character that it's like, okay, Loki, who's been studying magic for hundreds of years, and you could consider a magician, isn't at Sorcerer Supreme level, because he was just totally dismissed.
Well, yeah, because, Loki's Loki. He has, you know, his little powers of mild annoyance, you know, like, you know, that he can play tricks and do things with, but the Doctor Strange wields the green Infinity Stone. He has the Eye of Agamotto hanging around his neck. Yeah. He's got the Infinity Stone on him.
Yeah, which I find funny too, because Thor says, "I've been looking for these stones." That didn't get me anywhere. And then he's literally talking to a guy that wears one around his neck.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, it's right
Looking
there in front of him.
Looking in the wrong places, dude.
Yep, it was right in front of him. He didn't know.
Yeah. I mean, you got one in your dad's basement. You got one around the neck of the dude helping you to find your dad. I don't know.
Yep, and that's probably, you know, one of the things, you know, it was just a joke, you know, that, you know, a line that they were writing, because, and that's the way Taika does a lot of it. It does a lot of his comedy, you know, it's just people walking around oblivious, you know, to what's going on around them, like everybody does, you know, these days, everybody in America walks around with their stupid phone in their hand, just staring at it, oblivious to everything. Admittedly,
Same as
everybody here not everybody, but the vast majority of them also have earbuds in.
Oh yeah.
And especially once you get on the train, it's like 75% of everyone on the train has earbuds, and they're just in a bubble. But that's sort of the world over now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking around this restaurant, and I'd say 40%.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just at a glance.
Yeah. I think we should clean up our trash so people can sit over here.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Be a slob.
Give me a sec.
Okay. I'll move the microphone. And also say Batman is so good. Everybody in the world loves Batman. Batman, 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 Batman. Batman, 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 Batman. Alfred.
Yeah.
Hello.
Man, they make you think when you they make you think when you throw your stuff out because they have one for plastic, one for food waste. It's like living in California.
You don't want to be wasteful, man. God dang. Batman is the best. Batman is the best. Batman is the best. He's in line to throw away food. Well, throw away our trash, I guess. That's so nice of him. He took out the trash. I'm just gonna hang here. He's being courteous. He's even emptying out my tray, and I'm sitting here singing about Batman. That's not very nice. I'll refrain. And into the refrain. Batman, 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 Batman.
So this little girl with the glasses, she just walked all the way around me while staring up at me.
Yeah.
Clearly is not used to the beard.
I was going to say, trying to get a view of some sort of a face. It's like, is there only beard? There's a coat and a beard and a hat.
There's a teddy bear under there, Mommy.
Uh-huh.
All right. Where was I? Made a comment about California because of all the recycling done over there.
Yeah. As well there should be.
Yeah. Now, how do we segue back to Thor?
I don't know. You can just start talking about it again. I mean, why do you got to have a fancy segue from you emptying trash, sorting trash? Maybe like you could talk about how that planet was sorting trash.
Yeah,
they had all the portals and trash was filtering in.
And they made that Sakaar.
Yeah,
that
which
isn't
is
how it was written in the comics, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
It really didn't. I really didn't have a problem with that at all. I did find how they introduced Sakaar extremely interesting. Because he was on that ride like it was straight out of Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
Oh, if you didn't notice, the Willy Wonka music was playing.
Yes. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was waiting for Gene Wilder's voice to come in.
Oh, please.
You know what I mean?
Come with me. Yeah. I was like...
No, the bit at the end where he's like, things are getting... crazy.
Yeah.
He stopped singing and is just more shouting.
Yep. But no, so
it even turned purple, I think, at one point.
Oh yeah.
No,
that's what happened with Chris Hemsworth too, because of all the lights, and it's like you're gonna meet him in 5, 4, and he's like, ah! And then boom, he's there with a bunch of multicolored.
Yeah, and it turns out like he was sitting still
the whole time. It was just shot in his brain. Yeah,
the
that
other
was.
People got the shrimp burger too. The shrimp burger's good.
It's a hip dish.
Yeah, it's better than the beef. I got beef back home. Want no beef burger?
The Wagyu burger. The Wagyu.
Yeah. Yes, it wasn't bad.
Whatever.
I like Thor. I'll go back.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to watch it again. Man, and that's one that I will 100% buy on Blu-ray when it comes out because of the extras. Like, I want to see
the cut footage. The bloopers.
Because Taika was talking, he was talking about how, he felt really bad because the scene where he and Korg are standing there and he's like, hey, do you want a 3-pronged fork, wooden fork? And he was like, no, I'm gonna. He's like, yeah, you probably wouldn't want to unless you were fighting 3 vampires huddled together.
Yeah.
And he said like that. He said that scene. It goes on for like a half hour.
Just grabbing different.
Where
weapons?
they were just
Oh my
basically
gosh.
he and Chris were walking around.
That'd be so
and,
great.
And
Yeah.
basically he was like, we're here on set and the art department's there, and we're basically just trashing all of their weapons, like the props that they made. It's like they spent all this time making these props and put them out there, and we're walking around like,
awesome.
this is so stupid. Like beating up their stuff. But I think, and I hope to God that they actually put it on there. But I'm not sure if it was something that Chris Hemsworth said he wanted to do, or that they actually did. But they were like walking around, and at some point, he like Thor picks up like a regular hammer and looks at it and throws it, and then it's like, and it doesn't come back, and he goes, oh, just like sad. Oh, threw the hammer.
That's great.
It's like, oh man, I could watch probably 5 hours of cut scenes from that movie.
I would sit through all the credits just to be able to see a quarter of those. Absolutely. Because, I don't know, the post-credit scene on this one, I honestly am starting to feel that Marvel peaked with Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh yeah,
Because the Captain America one, while it was
the Captain America one.
while it was good,
Yeah,
it felt like the plateau had been reached and we were starting to go down with the post-credit. The mid-credit is always, something interesting.
yeah.
But yeah, the post-credit scenes, you're never going to recapture the magic of what is
The
it?
Thanos.
The falafel bullcrap.
Oh yeah, them going for shawarma.
Shawarma. There you go.
Yeah, the shawarma one was probably the best one for me.
Yup.
Even still.
Yeah,
Even
because
still,
it was
just
so
them sitting around
subtle.
going, nom, nom, nom.
It was so subtle, and they threw it in at the right times.
Mhm.
Like, we just saved the city. Let's go try that shawarma place. And then you're like, you totally forget about it because mid credits was Thanos, and you're like, oh my gosh, and then just suddenly cut to him sweeping the floor.
Cramming shawarma into their face.
Yeah.
Like Thor was. Thor was like, I don't know if you saw that. Took
I
about-
did notice
ate
that.
like
He was
half
like
the
folding
shawarma. Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure everybody's seen it by now, so there's nothing to spoil. So I'm going to talk about all the freaking cameos because I honestly did not make the connection that was his older brother. I just thought it was somebody that
it was
randomly
his
looked
brother.
like him.
Yeah, his brother.
It's his older brother.
Is it Luke? Luke Hemsworth?
Yes, I believe. I do believe. But I didn't, until the third viewing, notice that Loki was being portrayed by Matt Damon.
I know.
I really didn't.
Yeah.
I was so freaking...
I know.
I felt so
That was
stupid.
the only, like, I even in my stupor, on the first viewing, I was like, hey, that's Matt Damon.
Yeah, shut up.
That's funny. And then,
noticed
but then,
that?
oh yeah,
Really?
and I immediately noticed Sam Neill too. I was like,
Well, of
Sam
course.
Neill. Oh, it's Sam Neill.
Yeah, I saw Sam Neill and I'm like, oh, cool. So it kind of made me wonder, okay, who's the little kid? Who's the little blue...
The little blue baby.
Yeah, the little blue baby.
I don't
was
know.
like, man, that's got to be like
Little
a family
blue
member of
ice
some kind.
baby.
That melted my heart. Sam Neill was great. I really enjoyed that. I didn't get to see who played any of the other guys that
We're in the background. Oh, the Warriors 3.
Yeah, and Sif, even Lady Sif, because she was sent running off. I was like, oh, who is that? Never noticed.
Yeah, who knows if Lady Sif will ever come back?
I don't know.
She wasn't in this movie due to a schedule conflict, because she's on a TV show.
Yeah, she's on a TV
and
show.
she was filming for the TV show, and they couldn't work out her being in the movie, so that's why she wasn't in the movie. They didn't write her out.
Which is probably good.
She just couldn't make production.
No, that's probably good since they killed the Warriors 3.
Yeah, they just offed him quick too. I mean, they spent a lot of time kicking butt, like in the first Thor movie, fighting that big metal dude that shot fire lasers out of his eyes.
Well, and see, I know in the comics that they can be mortally wounded and healed if attended to quickly. So I'm wondering, were they offed?
It looked like they were off, man, because she came in, iced them, and then nobody went to get them. They just laid there.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I think if they would have to show something for, you know what I mean, for me to believe that they were going to do that. It seems like they offed them.
Well, if they didn't make it on that giant ship, then yeah, they're toast.
I'll take that back. I mean, the first two of the Warriors 3 were offed, you know, on the bridge, and then the third guy was the general of the army, right?
What the hell is she eating? What is this?
I don't know. It looks like a cloud. It's so fluffy looking.
She looks like she's eating a bunny rabbit's tail.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks good.
Somebody's a general of,
One of the Warriors
Asian dude.
3, the Asian guy was the general of the army.
And he put up a much better fight
Yeah, than the first
than
two.
the other two. Because
Yeah,
the
the
other
other
two,
two
she
were-
got the drop on
Yeah,
them.
she got. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like big time.
Yeah, surprise.
It's like pig stuck them. It's kind of a bummer. What was that?
That was the thing down at the end of the table vibrating, right?
Oh, okay.
Somebody's food's ready.
Go get your food. Let's see, what else can we say about Thor?
I don't know. You've been going 45 minutes, man.
I'm
I
curious.
Could go to bed.
I'm curious to see, because I mean, the reviews for Justice League have not been mixed so much as everybody recognizes the story screwed up, but it's still a good time. Like everybody's saying it's a good time, so I'm wondering how much it's going to hurt Thor's numbers.
I don't know.
You know, I'm curious to see because word of mouth of Thor is still getting around. There are people out there that have not seen it, I'm sure, and are dying to see it based off of things like what we're saying. Solely on what we're saying, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, by the time we get this edited down and put up, it'll be about a month from now. And, you know, it'll be Christmas. Maybe we'll make this a Christmas episode.
oh my goodness, no, this is a Thanksgiving episode already. You kidding?
Oh, yeah, it's true. We're in.
I mean, Thanksgiving is next week.
And you know what else I discovered while I was here?
Well,
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
is that what it's called? 99?
Yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the TV show.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
we
pretty
were
funny,
talking
man.
about
That thing's funny.
Yeah.
I like it. It's on my Netflix.
I mean, the whole reason we were talking about that is it's definitely got that Lonely Island vibe going on.
Yeah, it's just Andy Samberg running around being ridiculous, but
Yeah.
like everybody else is ridiculous in it too. It's
Terry Crews
yeah,
Terry Crews
is in it.
I mean-
Terry Crews is funny.
and him being allowed to be ridiculous. He is so much more than those Old Spice commercials. He is a funny dude.
And you know what was great? I don't. You haven't watched it.
No, I haven't.
There's an episode. You know how he likes popping his pecs.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 you know, like that.
Yeah.
They had a Halloween episode, and all the way through the whole Halloween episode, there was like nothing, and right at the end, everybody at the end of the episode, everybody's in costume, and in the background, you see Terry Crews, and he has a salt and pepper shaker on each peck, and he's shaking the salt and pepper shakers, and I was just like. That's perfect for him. 'Cause it was no costume other than he had salt and pepper shakers on his pecs, and he was shaking them.
Wow.
But
That's funny.
the whole thing's pretty funny. I like it. It looks like they're having fun. You know, sort of like how Thor is. You can tell that what you're watching on the episodes
Gotta be
is the
ad-lib.
people having fun.
Yeah.
You know, and that was, you know, yet another thing that in another Taika interview was that, you know, he's like, basically Marvel was there to just keep me from destroying their properties because I was like, I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. And in the end, you know, he's like, we're all having so much fun. He's like, I can't believe that I'm working with people who make this level of cinema and like this is a job, because he's like, I was just having fun the entire time. He's like, we're getting paid for this?
Yeah. I was going to say that's got to be a thin line between love and hate when it comes to being a producer, because it's like you got to keep everybody on schedule, but you want to give them the freedom. It's like, okay, we just spent an entire day getting all this really good stuff. We're only going to use half of it, maybe a quarter of it. and keeping everybody on task.
Yeah.
You have to be the buzzkill.
Yeah, a little bit.
But okay. So if we talk about shows we
Buzzkills?
discovered,
Oh,
Stranger Things,
yeah.
I got into.
Yep,
And
it's
I'm
good
enjoying
stuff.
it. I kind of feel like it's going the X-Men way, you know.
No.
Going to bring together a group of superpowered beings and right the wrongs of the world that nobody else even knows about. Kind of concerned by that. But and the Star Trek
Oh, Discovery?
Discovery.
I do like Discovery.
My goodness, it got off to a very slow start. I'm not going to say the pilot was bad. 'Cause
I like
it
the
wasn't.
pilot.
The pilot was good.
I like the pilot.
It just the groundwork that it set was kind of on the slowish side. So if you get past the pilot, it really
I don't know.
dives into some
Well,
character.
it does,
building.
but it takes like 3-4 episodes to really take off. I mean, honestly,
Yeah,
you know, to really take off
Yeah.
and start getting entertaining. I mean, it really takes 7 episodes before I started like ooh, this is fun to watch. Was episode 7 whenever Mud shows up.
Oh,
But-
well, okay. To me, that episode where he took center stage, that was like watching Q in The Next Generation. You know, just being like this all-powerful being that is a Loki-like character, trickster, has his way with stuff. I thought he did a fantastic job. What's his name? Ryan Wilson?
Rainn Wilson.
Rainn Wilson?
Yeah.
He was amazing. He did a really good job. I've killed you 54 times.
Yeah.
And it never gets old.
Never gets old. Cut to the captain asphyxiating in space. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my god, this is great.
It was incredible. It was really, really good. But yeah, no, just the character development that they do with almost every episode and the crew that they're building, man, it makes you wonder, how are these people ever going to be able to function as a unit? You know? That's what makes it so intriguing.
Well, I liked the intro or the setup. I liked the pilot. I liked it just because
Michelle Yeoh was awesome.
Michelle Yeoh was awesome in it, but it was the fact that what they did was, you know, they were like, you know, here's this lady, and you're like, oh, she's obviously the main character, and she's running around in this starship, and you're like, okay, this is going on, and these are relationships, this shit's established, and I was honestly sort of like, ho-hum, and then, like, everyone dies,
Yeah.
and I went, oh,
Oh, look, you started
this is
a
cool.
war.
Yeah, she started a war being a douche, and wound up, you know, then everybody dies. And, you know, I sort of was, like, taken aback, but, like, excited, you know, whenever that happened, because it was, I don't know if you may not watch many horror movies, but the new, whenever, what's his face, I hate, Michael Bay.
Oh,
Michael
okay,
Bay
yeah,
has
yeah.
a production company, and he rebooted a bunch of the spooky movies.
Okay. Michael Bay did?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, his production company did. He did, unless I'm wrong. Maybe I am, but I'm pretty sure it's Michael Bay's production company. They did, the Halloween stuff. No, that was Rob Zombie. He did Friday the 13th.
Okay.
And in it, that was what, like, you know, it starts out, and there's, like, the kids at Camp Crystal Lake, and you're like, oh, you know, we're going to cut right to the kids. You're like, okay, we're meeting them all, you know, and there's, like, sort of the stereotypes, you know, like the jock guy and the hot chick and all this other stuff, you know, is going on. And you're like, okay, the cookie cutter stereotypes. I'm like, all right, you know, maybe I'll just, you know, I'm watching this more for the, you know, the horror, you know, see Jason run around, do what he does.
Knife.
And he shows up, you know, like Jason busts out in the campsite, and you're like, uh-oh, you know, everybody's got to get away. And he, like, machetes a dude, and then, like, turns and impales this lady, and I'm like, holy shit, they killed, like, 2 out of the 6 people already. And then, like, he, like, punches, you know, I don't remember exactly what happened, but it was like he punched some dude's head off, like he did in, you know, Jason 8 or whatever.
Yeah,
Jason Takes Manhattan, punches dude's head off. I don't think that's what happened.
Yeah.
But, you know, anyway, he kills the dude. He kills another dude, and then, like, throws a machete for the next lady. I'm like, holy shit, they're down to, like, 2 people. Like, this whole thing is going to be these 2 people? And then, like, he grabs one of them in a sleeping bag and, like, smashes him against a tree.
Good.
I was like, he's killed everyone. And then, then it cuts and it's like, here comes a new group of people. And I was like, that was the best intro ever, because you're like, oh, cool, they're all at the camp. Here we go. And then he shows up, murders everyone. That's not, but that's like everyone that he murders is not actually a character in the movie.
Wow.
I was like, oh, that was a really neat intro because I thought, these are the people that are going to be in the movie. And then he murdered them all in one go, real quick. Normally it's all drawn out, over the course of an hour and a half. But he just ices 6 of them real quick within like 4 minutes. I was like, that was a great intro.
To establish how badass Jason is.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. But now you were equating that to Star Trek.
No, the intro, like how, Jason busts up and kills everybody in the first 4 minutes of the movie, and you're like, wow, I didn't expect that. The same way that, she shows up and you're like, oh, here's the crew, here's everybody. Like, I was paying attention to the characters. Yeah. I'm like, okay, that's the engineering guy. That's the number 2. This is the captain. This is basically like their version of Spock on this ship, It's like the intelligence officer, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm like, okay, that's this guy. That's this guy. Oh, shit, they're all dead.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, crap, never mind. Like, I was paying attention, like I was watching that. And then they all died, and I went, oh, okay, now I'm interested to see where this is going to go.
And those that survived have, like, all these implants. Because you notice some of the crew that's on the Discovery.
She's got, like, the wishbone metal on her face.
Which I'm still waiting to hear more details about her.
Yeah, they keep cutting to her, so they're clearly keeping her around and spending money on her prosthetics and makeup.
Yeah, come on, man, give me a backstory. At what point is she gonna come up to?
Yeah, that's got to come
girl
up.
And be like, so this happened to me, thanks, or something. Hopefully, I don't know. But yeah, I mean the Mud episode was pretty good. I wonder if we're gonna get to see another one before we leave. I do know.
No, because leave tomorrow. Leave tomorrow.
Oh, do they only release on Sundays?
I don't know.
I mean, here it's a Netflix original.
Yeah, it is Netflix. Netflix only makes this. As far as the rest of the world is concerned.
As far as all of Korea is concerned. Well,
everybody outside the U.S., man.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'd be the same if we went to Germany or anywhere else. Netflix original.
Probably.
It's just licensing outside of the...
Yeah. Making it available to the masses.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. I think it's about time to call it.
Yeah, I'm going to call it.
Go play some Destiny.
I'm going to go play Destiny 2. You have fun running solo. Nobody else on the server in Destiny 1.
It's kind of funny, somebody in one of the old raid groups, I don't know if he saw the message, but he was like, we should go back to Destiny 1 just for the heck of it. The raids were so much better. He wanted to go back and have a raid party.
Oh, nice. No, I didn't notice that. I was like, oh, okay. I haven't done the raid on the new one. Everybody's like, oh, well, whenever the expansion drops, it's going to change stuff about the raid. I'm like, well, then I'd like to run it before they change it, and I still haven't run it.
It's not going to change anything. It's going to add a new boss.
Yeah, but I
guess people
they're going to have some dumb thing in the stupid book on year 3 where they're like, play the raid in version 1.0, and I'm going to have that box that's never going to get checked.
Oh, I don't know. That's a valid point.
And that's what I'm saying. I got to get that shit run before the DLC drops.
Yeah.
But it's getting people to do it.
We just need to get your platinum.
I went through and played the stupid hunter to get that dumb trophy so I can get all my character trophies.
That's the only reason you played the hunter?
Yeah. To get all the dumb trophies. I was like, okay, I'll do like what Jared did, and I'll get all the dumb trophies.
Yeah.
But
kill the
now
character.
I just left him because I'm still only gonna ever probably play the Titan anyway.
I mean, the good thing about that is I got to kill my Warlock twice. Thoroughly enjoyed that.
Was there an animation?
Yeah, he just the little circle filled up, and he's like,
and they turned to ash like in Star Trek when he chucks that antimatter pellet at him.
Yeah, the purple one.
And you were like, this is going to be excruciating.
I enjoyed it.
You're going to die excruciatingly.
Goodbye, stupid Warlock.
He was like, why, father?
You know what's sad, though, is if I go back and start up Destiny 1, my Warlock is still there. He still exists on the Destiny 1 servers.
They just ported it
Now,
over.
the one that carried over to Destiny 2, he's dead. Gone.
You log into Destiny 1, like I had to log into Destiny 1 to tell my warlock his doppelganger is dead. I murdered your twin.
Poor sucker. Alright, well, these guys are probably wondering why the hell we have been here this long.
Yeah, they're like, they ate a shrimp burger an hour ago. And they're just hanging out. It's real weird. I've noticed that, man. I'm the odd man out here. It's interesting.
Why?
You know? You go and you get on the subway and that train will fill up, and the 2 empty seats that will be left in the car are the 2 to my left and my right.
Oh. Oh, I've had people sit down next to me.
Ah,
Maybe
man,
you didn't
the
smell
train-
right.
The train,
You
the
had
train
enough
had to
kimchi?
fill up. The train filled up, and all the other seats were taken on the ride down here.
You
until
haven't
those
had
were the
enough
only 2
kimchi.
left. And then they sat next to me because there was
Yeah.
no other seats left. They were like, oh.
You need to eat more kimchi.
Yeah, I know. I
You
probably smell like
smell
hamburgers.
weird.
I smell like hamburgers. Somebody was telling me that. You know, they asked them, and they were like, "You guys smell like hamburgers. Like Americans smell like hamburgers."
Strange hamburgers.
Yep.
I can see that. Alright, well, let's see. What do we got here?
Did an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm done.
Get y'all.
Alright. I don't think we did an intro for this at all.
Not like officially.
Nope.
Why bother with an outro?
2 lazy guys in Korea.
Oh God. Yep. Shrimp burgers.
Shrimp burgers. How do I stop? Is it the same freaking button? 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 Is it the same